Welcome back, everyone. It's Eric from Eric Handy here today on the channel. We have round 2 of the recent league challenge I got to go attend at Cape Fear Games in Wilmington, North Carolina. So if you guys did miss it, we did upload the first round already. I will have a link down below in the description for that round and all of the future rounds in this tournament as well if you want to check those out. But this is actually going to be an expanded league challenge. This was recorded actually prior even to Toronto regionals. So this was before we got the results from that and the recent Greensboro regionals as well. And we held this tournament here at this shop, I guess, to kind of prep people for this new expanded format that was going to occur. So anyways, here on the left we have Jason West. He's going to be playing Buzzwole Garbodor, and then over on the right we have another Garbodor deck. We have Haley Brokaw, who's going to be playing Drampa Garb. So two kind of pretty established archetypes up until this point. We'll have to see how this one's going to unfold, but I have to say, I think on paper, Haley does seem a little bit favored. She does play the Buzzwole GX in here as well. I believe it's actually like, I think it's like 59 cards to the list I played in Dallas, so it's on Limitless TCG if you guys actually want to see the list I played. I think the only difference is that she's playing Computer Search instead of the dowsing machine I played at that event. But here it looks like Jason's going to get to go first. He's going to start with a Buzzwole, going to Nest Ball. He does have Garbodor in his deck. I'm not sure what his list is like. I'm not sure if he's playing just the Garbotox and Garbodor or if he's playing some line of the Trash Lynch one as well. But it looks like he's starting to set up a Trubbish. To me, that kind of tells me he probably does play Trash Lynch just because Garbotoxin is really not going to be that great against Haley. She's going to be, trying to lock her opponent's abilities as well. But you never know if Jason does kind of know what Haley is playing. He could maybe have a different strategy in mind. If Haley is able to set up that Buzzwole GX, shutting off that ability that it has is actually going to be really, really good for Jason here. So just trying to see what he's going to get here. Looks like he's eyeing down Ultra Ball, I think that was. So let's see what he's going to grab. I guess this is the first search of his deck, so he is going to be taking, a little bit of extra time, just trying to see what all is in there, what's going to be prized. Here we are going to see him go for an Ultra Ball off this Karina. It's that supporter all the way back from Furious Fist that we have in the expanded format. Allows you to search your deck for a fighting Pokemon and an item card. So here we're just going to see a fighting energy come down, and I guess just a pass. So he probably is grabbing that Ultra Ball to grab Garbotoxin for next turn, or a Tapu Lele to get a better draw supporter here. So let's see how Haley is going to respond here. She is going to find herself a Float Stone to get down. We see she's thinking about putting down the Parallel City. She might be thinking, well, I want to get this down, but at the same time I might want to save it to bounce a Brooklet Hill or something like that. But here she's just going to end. Her hand, I think, was Sycamore, like a Verse Seeker, a couple double colorless energies, so she really didn't have a hand she really wanted to get rid of there. So definitely like the end in this case. Now she's definitely going to be wanting to find some other basics here, just because this Trubbish is definitely in danger of being knocked out. If Jason can find himself a strong energy and that Diancie Prism Star, that will allow him to hit 70 with Jet Punch, knocking out this Trubbish. So she definitely wants to find some other Pokemon off of this end here. So let's see what she can find off of this fresh hand of 6 here. Okay, so we do see a Wobbuffet. That could be good. That would shut off things like Diancie. Here she is going to play Mysterious Treasure. Going to get down a Sycamore. Okay, if that's the case, I actually think I want to see a Tapu Lele come down this turn. She has double colorless energy in hand, so she can actually... Okay, but it looks like she's going to be eyeing down that Buzzwole GX here. I kind of would maybe prefer the Lele in this case because she can grab a Lele and even grab Bridget for next turn and still attack with the Tapu Lele in the same turn. I kind of do like that play, but we'll have to see, what all is going to happen here. I believe she does have a Verse Seeker to still draw some cards on the next turn, but yeah, it looks like she is going to be going all in with this Buzzwole. I still like this play. It definitely makes Jet Punch a much weaker attack here. Unless Jason can find himself a Garbotox and Garbodor to set up. Because Buzzwole does have this ability, whenever it takes damage from an EX or GX, the attacking Pokemon takes that same amount of damage here. But I mean, even still right now, with this Buzzwole, it's only going to be hitting for 10 damage just because of the resistance on this Buzzwole. So it's Yeah, it's tricky. I don't really know. And then she's going to retreat into the wild. Again, I'm really not sure how much I like this either. She doesn't have a float stone ready to go. This will, shut off Diancie Prism Star if Jason is able to find that. But outside of that, I'm not sure what other ability-based Pokemon he might be running in his deck. So I think this might just create kind of an extra obstacle for her to deal with on her next turn. But here, Jason is going to play a Max Elixir. That's what Haley likes to see. She wants to see, all of those items hit the discard pile. That way her Trash Winch Garbodor can hit 20 times the amount of items in Jason's discard pile. And of course, Buzzwole is weak to Psychic, so that damage adds up pretty quickly. Most decks, it's only 20, but basically he's taking 40 more damage for every item he plays. And here he has to read the Sigilyph GX. It's definitely not a very common card. I think at this point, it is becoming a bit more established in Drampa Garb variants, but, not too many people are familiar with it sometimes. But here he is going to Guzma up this Trubbish here. And does he have Diancie to go along with this, or a Muscle Band? And here we're just going to see a Jet Punch. Very interesting. Not sure how much I like this. The Trubbish has a Float Stone down on it, so Haley can literally just free retreat back into the Sigilyph if she finds an energy. Oh man, that's good. She finds the Choice Band, and here she's just going to Sycamore, getting rid of that Double Colorless energy. She knows she needs to find a Psychic energy this turn. So let's see, and she whiffs. That's actually pretty unfortunate there. So that's definitely not what she likes to see. So this is still kind of okay. So what she can do is she can retreat into this Oricorio and actually smack this Buzzwole for 60 damage because it has the Revelation Dance attack is 30 if there's a Stadium in play. And of course Buzzwole is weak to Psychic, so this will at the very least soften up this Buzzwole to potentially be cleaned up by a different attacker at some point. So let's see how Jason is going to respond here. Now, the one good thing going for him, a Jet Punch actually can knock out this this Trubbish here. So he's going to play Tapu Lele GX. Let's see what he's going to grab here. Okay, looks like he's going to opt for a Colress here. So Colress, it's a supporter card we have in expanded format. You shuffle in and draw equal to amount of bench Pokemon both players have in play. So right now he's basically getting a Cynthia since both players have 3 Pokemon in play. But definitely, the higher up people's bench size gets, the more powerful this card gets, especially if you're playing against a deck that plays something like Skyfield, where players can have up to 8 bench Pokemon. You can really get a lot of value out of Colress, but just a nice shuffle draw option we haven't expanded that doesn't force your opponent to also shuffle. So Perilous City is kind of hurting Jason here. He can't bench anything else. So he might just be forced to Jet Punch yet again here. Or if he finds an energy, he can actually use Absorption GX or Knuckle Impact as well. So he is going to start setting up this other Buzzwole. I do like that though, just because if he did attach this Oricorio and knock it out, Haley can probably find a Psychic Energy to kind of easily take a return KO on this Buzzwole. And here Jason is going to find that Garbotoxin Garbodor. It's definitely going to be good against this Sigilyph GX. So he needs a tool to go along with it, but if he can find that, that is going to be a problem for Haley. It kind of negates one of the big advantages to this Sigilyph GX. Because its attacks are okay, but really the thing that makes it so good is the fact that it has these half-decent attacks with a very strong ability. But here, no tool, and we're just going to see a Jet Punch knocking out that Trubbish in the process. Okay, so let's see. No doubt Haley's going to want to find another Trubbish at some point. That Trash Winch Garbodor is definitely going to be important to cleaning up this match at some point. So here she's taking a peek through this card pile. Let's see what she has in hand. She has Verseeker, so she could actually end, or she could play the Colress and would net her an extra card, or she actually might be thinking about just going for a Sycamore and just getting really aggressive this turn. So she's going to unfortunately dump 2 Versus Seekers. She's already played 1, so I mean it's a pretty aggressive play here. I'm not sure if I like that too much. I think I would have rather have seen the end here. And that's an ugly hand. She doesn't have a Psychic Energy. She also doesn't have a Trubbish. She does have Computer Search. So that is good. At least she is going to play that Computer Search. Let's see what she's going to get rid of here. She's going to go with a Guzma, maybe a Parallel City, since she already has the one in play. I think that's probably good here. I kind of want to see her hang on to the other cards in her hand at this point. So, and she's going to get rid of the Parallel City. She's still kind of thinking about the Guzma, if that's the route she wants to go. I kind of like that, though. I kind of would like to see her hang on to the other cards. Either that or the Mysterious Treasure, I think, are the plays I kind of want to see at this point. Or maybe even Floatstone. Yeah, okay. So if she's kind of thinking she's going to forego the entire, you know, Garbotoxin strategy at this point, Floatstone becomes a little bit weaker here, so I don't think that's too bad. So let's see what she's going to grab. Probably another Trubbish. Oh yeah, because she's using Computer Search, that's right. So she is eyeing down that Psychic Energy here. Now, she definitely does need to Mysterious Treasure. I think she has to get rid of the Guzma here, because she wants to save that Trash Range for the next turn, because this bench Buzzwole is probably going to take a return KO on Sigilif. And yeah, she is going to get rid of the Guzma. I definitely think that is the right play here. So no doubt, like I said, we're going to see another Trubbish hit the board, and that way next turn she can, even if this Sigilif goes down, she can just evolve into this this Trash Range Garbodor in her hand and hopefully take a return KO. So at this point, though, I still think it's anyone's game. I think Jason can potentially... I think he is going to be in a position to take a knockout in the next turn. He can use Absorption GX, I believe, to finish off this Sigilif. And here we'll probably just see, I believe the first attack is Sonic Wing or something to that effect. It's 80, and it goes through Resistance. So with that Choice Band, she's going to hit for 220, knocking out this Buzzwole. So the big thing Jason needs is a tool card on that Garbotox, and we do see he has the Choice Band in hand as well. So he's going to promote that Garbotoxin, probably knowing that he is going to get a Floatstone down on it. We see the teammates in his hand as well, which is nice. Haley's also down at 4 prizes, so she is on Sledgehammer turns, but that baby Buzzwole is not going to be enough to actually knock out this Sigilif. Here we're going to see a teammates, so no doubt we're going to see a Floatstone, since he did promote this Garbotoxin. And he did have Choice Band in his hand. I actually maybe would have preferred to see him just promote the Buzzwole, attach the Choice Band to the Garbodor, because I'm pretty sure Absorption GX will actually knock out this Sigilif either way. So we'll have to see what he's going to grab here. I'm not sure if he has another supporter in hand, so he could actually grab a Versus Seeker for the next turn. Okay, but we are going to see a Beast Ring and a Floatstone. So if he doesn't have a supporter here, that could be getting a little bit greedy for the next turn, but maybe I just missed what was in his hands. Here we're going to see a Beast Ring come down and get some extra energy in play, probably going down on the baby Buzzwole since he has the Beast Energy in hand. He can always just attach that to the Buzzwole GX to take his knockout. So he is going to attach the Beast Energy. Still didn't quite get a good look at that other card in his hand. But even if it's not a supporter, he is going to get 2 prizes, plus a card for turn as well. So here, I guess they're just running through some math. And yeah, he is going to Absorption GX, knocking out that Sigilif. And here, Haley's going to confidently promote that Trubbish here, knowing she's going to go for that Garbotoxin, or that Trash Range Garbodor this turn. So she's going to get that down. She just needs a Psychic Energy to go along with it, and she has the energy. That's really good for her, and she has Mysterious Treasure. Discarding that Professor Sycamore, so she must be thinking about playing the end that's in her hand if that's the case. So she's going to get down another Trubbish here. And she's shuffling her deck, so maybe she's not going to go back in, but I think she definitely should play the N in her hand here. Okay, yeah. So I guess she just forgot she was going to go back in her deck. So that's going to put Jason down at a 3-card hand. And like I said, I didn't see that last card in his hand, but I couldn't tell if it was a supporter. So He may have even gotten bailed out after this end. But even still, it feels good to, after your opponent takes a big 2-prize knockout, ending them to a low hand size, and then return KOing their Pokemon. Let's see, and she does find Field Blower as well, but I definitely think I want to see her hang on to that. She wants to lock those abilities for Jason. Make sure he can't play a Lele to find a draw supporter after this end of 3, if in case he does have a dead hand. So here she's taking a peek, seeing what all she's used at this point. She does have Super Rod in there. I might consider using that even. I'm not sure what all is in there, but if she has like a Trash Lance or maybe some basic energies, I would consider that. Or after this Trash Lance goes down, she can Super Rod. I do like that as well. So here she's taking a peek, probably just checking the amount of items in Jason's discard here. I think she probably is within range as long as he's played 5. She's going to be good to go here. I'm not sure how many are in there though. One thing she does have going for her. Okay, so it was enough to knock this thing out. I was going to say she could always Field Blower the Float Stone a little preemptively here to get more damage in there, but so let's see. Ooh, that's actually a little annoying. Fighting Fury Belt on the baby Buzzwole. That's going to bump him up to 170. But, I mean, at this point, though, with the amount of items that he has in discard, Trash Wrench is going to knock that thing out either way. And here he does hit a Max Elixir as well. So this baby Buzzwole is going to be, fully powered up at this point. Now, one thing Jason can do, if he has access to N, I actually think I would maybe like to see that come down this turn. That way, he could knock out her only attacker and then, put Haley down at a low hand size with that Garbodor in play. But here, he doesn't have that as disposal, but he is going to just go for the second attack. I believe it's called Swing Around. And it looks like he got 1 heads, which means he's going to do 110 to this Trash Lance Garbodor. And I think that's just a big whiff on his part here. I think he really did need to knock that thing out to be able to stay in this game here. So at this point, I think Haley probably has this wrapped up just because Jason has no other attackers right now. Here she is going to go for a Field Blower. And so maybe she's doing that just to make sure Jason can't pivot into anything on his next turn. She is going to open up to allow him to use his abilities again, but after this Buzzwole goes down, he's not going to have anything to freely retreat out of. And here she's going to go for a Guzma as well off the Lele. I really don't want to see her play that though. Oh wait, she only needed 2 prizes. My bad. I was thinking she still had 3 for some reason. Yes, that's definitely the correct play then. So Haley is going to take a pretty convincing game here. That end really hurt Jason. Looked like he didn't really actually play too many draw supporters that game. But even still, I think probably this Garbodor deck was probably a little bit favored against his Buzzwole deck. But anyways, guys, that is going to be round 2 of the week challenge. Like I said, we have 4 rounds in total, so definitely stay tuned. Links will be down in the description whenever they do go live. But as usual, feel free to like and subscribe if you did enjoy this content, and if you can, consider supporting this channel by becoming a patron over at patreon.com/rarecandytcg or by picking up some merch from our online store, rarecandytcg.com. It would mean a lot. But as always, thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.